What's up, Tech Gang? Stefan here from TechRight. Yes, I look like a velvet rope. Shout to Ramsco. And today I'm going to be giving you my 3 favorite phones of 2018. This is the Budget Smartphone Awards of 2018. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so starting off, let me set some ground rules real quick. So the phone has to come out in 2018. It has to be below $250. It could be used or it can be new. Pretty much all of these are under $250 new. And those are essentially all of the rules, but we're gonna go ahead and start this off. Now I have 3 phones that I've picked for 2018 for best budget phones of my picks. And then we have some pretty much honorable mentions at the end that we're gonna go ahead and give some love to, just because they do deserve love. They are solid devices. And yeah, let's go ahead and start this video off. Starting off with number 3 is the ZTE Blade Max View. So this phone actually came out pretty much the end of 2018, and honestly it's been a very amazing experience. Everything from build to the screen to getting Android 8.1 and ZTE holding their promise at the end of December 2018. That 8.1 definitely helped this device out. This device definitely blew a lot of other budget phones out of the water after we got that update. And just everything, it's just a solid phone, solid all-around phone, solid camera number 1, solid screen, and this has to be the best budget speaker I have ever heard on a smartphone to date. So let me go ahead and reiterate that really quick. Best speaker on a sub $250 phone. You're most likely not going to get a better speaker on a sub $250 phone than the ZTE Blade Max View. This has Dolby DS1 stereo audio, and I'm pretty sure if you guys have this phone, know how hard it bangs, but definitely a shout to the ZTE Blade Max View and ZTE for making the number 3 spot. Number 2, dun, 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 the LG Stylo 4. Now I know a lot of you are probably gonna think the LG Stylo 4 got number 1 spot, but sadly, I have another phone that made number 1 spot that I have loved in 2018. It's just been the best phone, honestly, for me. But yeah, for number 2, we have the LG Stylo 4. Amazing screen, not too good of a speaker. That's why I put it down below, because the quality of the speaker wasn't too amazing, but the fan base behind this was amazing. So if you wanted something, you know, kind of like the Note 8 or the Note 9, something like that, but you wanted it at a budget level, shout out to the hashtag Baby Note 8 gang. LG Stylo 4 is going to be the phone for you, especially since it's on pretty much every freaking carrier. It's just on a plethora of carriers. You have it on Cricket, you have it at Boost Mobile, you have it at Metro by T-Mobile, you have the unlocked variant that you can actually get for $159 at Best Buy right now. GSM unlocked. You guys need to get on that if you're looking for a phone sub $200. This is number 2. This has been an amazing phone for me. I definitely love the stylus. If you guys need a phone for a stylus and you want it under $200, this is the phone to get. Now the thing that I didn't like about the Metro by T-Mobile version and why it was bunked down is number 1, the speaker. Said that before. And we have 2 gigabytes of RAM on this device now. But I have to definitely restate that it's $160 again at Best Buy, and you can get it with the 3 gigabyte RAM variant. Definitely a phone you shouldn't pass up, especially if you can get the unlocked version. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with some honorable mentions. Number 1, we're going to start off with the Alcatel One. No, I'm just kidding. This was a horrible phone. I will not be reviewing this phone. The Alcatel One X is trash in 2018, especially since they released this at the end of 2018. They could have done a lot better, and I would never pay $39 for this phone again. Again, if someone's getting this, just get a used something online for $40 because this is a terrible phone. I was kidding, not an honorable mention. But yeah, we do have some honorable mentions right here, and the first honorable mention is from Metro by T-Mobile, and that is the Moto E5 Plus. Now, this can be the unlocked version, this can be the carrier version, it doesn't matter. But Motorola has been bringing some heat in the budget game this year. The Moto E5 Plus, just one of the phones to name. The Moto G6 Forge, a bunch of other phones. They've just been releasing a bunch of bangers over Cricket, Boost Mobile, and Metro by T-Mobile. They've just been doing it up. But the Moto E5 Plus, with the beast of a battery, paired with Moto Actions and a bunch of different things on this phone, is just made it an all-around great phone, and definitely putting Motorola higher in the list for me in continuing years, just because they're coming out with some damn good budget phones. Now the next phone we have right here is the new G3, and they released a different color of this. This is going to be under $250. I believe this is $200. They came out with the Tiger Brown version. Absolutely love this phone. This phone is solid. Optimization for this phone is very good as well. They released Oreo 8.1 on this device as well, so So a huge shout out to New Mobile for keeping their promise. And this has just been an all-around solid device. I mean, 64 gigabytes of internal storage. We get 4 gigabytes of RAM instead of 2 like most budget phones. And we get a good 3000 milliamp battery. Just an all-around solid phone for sub $250. I mean, for $200, this is a really good phone. And the last honorable mention, and this phone you can get for under $250 if you get it used. I would definitely recommend getting this used. This has been an amazing device. I know this is a mid-range device, and it was $350 when it came out, when it dropped, but you can definitely get it lower now, maybe on Amazon or eBay used. But this phone has blown me away, and the company has blown me away with what they produced this year, and that is the Vivo 11 Plus from Blue. This is definitely one of the best mid-range phones, if not the best mid-range phone out right now for $350. Now this is going to be a budget phone. I know everybody's going to be in the comments like, it's a mid-range phone, it's a mid-range phone or whatever. But if you can get this under $250 used and in good shape, this is the phone to get. This is better than all of these budget phones. This is the phone to get, the Blue Vivo 11 Plus. I cannot tell you how fast this is. We have the Helio P60. We have a banger screen. We have very good audio, but the most amazing thing on this phone for me is it has flagship features. You can use wireless Qi charging. We have 3D True Depth Face ID on here, so very good face recognition on this. And we have some of the best mid-range cameras to budget cameras on here that I have ever seen. But most of all, this phone was released by Blue, a company that a lot of people didn't trust, and it kind of had a negative shadow over it, or a negative light over it in the beginning of this year. And Blue definitely showed to everyone that they can produce some quality content. So thank you, Blue, for releasing the Blue Vivo 11 Plus. This was an amazing device. Alright guys, so for the number one spot, this has been a phone I have loved ever since I touched this phone. I was actually using this phone over a flagship device. I actually had the Samsung Galaxy S8, and I used this over that device just because I had such a good time with this device, and probably one of the most solid devices to date for a budget phone in 2018. But the budget phone of the year award has to go to the Huawei Mate SE. This phone delivered literally everything I wanted in a budget phone and more. It had great cameras, we had updates, we had security patches. The phone was literally blazing fast for a budget phone. We had 4 gigabytes of RAM in this device, and we have MUI on this device, which is something I actually love now. I didn't like skins over Android, but now I like MUI. MUI has to be my favorite skin experience over Android. So if you guys are looking for a new budget phone in 2019, this is definitely the phone to get. This phone has literally everything. I did the review on this, so if you guys want to check that out, I'll put it at the end of this video and in the description down below. You guys really need to check the review out on this phone. Now, as far as the giveaway and the title, these are the phones that I let you guys vote for. Now, the A3 had a lot of votes, and the new G3 had a lot of votes. And I didn't want to go ahead and count all the votes, so I'm just going to go ahead and give away both phones. So if you guys want one of these phones, tell me which phone you want in the comments down below. Subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications, go to my Twitter, follow me on Twitter, and go to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram. That's literally all you have to do to join this giveaway. I'm going to use random comment picker later in the month, and we're going to give both of these devices away. And the last thing I wanted to talk about is essentially the end of this year and the wrap up of this year. I really appreciate all the people I've met this year, all the relationships that I've made. I did lose some relationships with some people, but I did meet a lot of new people and made a lot of new friendships and definitely learned a lot. So just from me to you, from my family to your family, I really appreciate everyone who subscribed and kept up with the channel and is a supporter of the Tech Gang. Definitely put hashtag Tech Gang in the comments down below if you guys are a supporter of the Tech Gang. Really appreciate you guys. This is not possible without you guys, so I absolutely love you guys from the bottom of my heart. So yeah guys, hope everyone has a great new year, spends it with the family or people they love. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Stay safe, stay healthy. This has been Stefan from TechRight. Happy 2019 guys. Peace out, Tech Gang.